about this government shutdown. You want to take?
Does it look like I want to take part in your video? Did you start your video?
I did. Look at that.
Get
Sexy.
the camera off of your wife.
Sexy.
Shut it off. Shut me off. Anyway, there. Is that a good opening?
There you go. That was a good opening for me. That worked.
It's better than eating bread that apparently people were so fascinated with the other day.
Panera bread.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Panera bread.
Because everyone is always so fascinated where they worship eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're driving home. My daughter just got married. So driving home from Dallas and getting ready to go to the reception. And I was listening to the press conference that Trump just had regarding the meeting with Democrats and Republicans about the government shutdown.
Oh, we're gonna pass Chris again.
Oh yeah. We're passing my son on the highway here. Here, let's see if they flip me off. Let's see how respectful my kids are to me. Oh, look at that. She just flipped me off.
That was her ring finger, by the way.
I know. All right. Anyway. So, Nancy Pelosi is calling the wall immoral. So I've got a couple of ideas and thoughts on that I wanted to share. First of all, if the wall is immoral, why do we have a wall? Why hasn't it been destroyed? Why haven't the Democrats, who have already filed bills to essentially repeal the Second Amendment and impeach the president, but yet they haven't filed any bills that would tear down that wall? So it's mind-boggling to me that the Democrats, that Nancy Pelosi would say that the wall is immoral, because after all, who built the wall? I'm trying to imagine when there's an immoral act or an immoral object, shouldn't the person who built that object be immoral? Doesn't that make them immoral? And so therefore, since the government built that wall, and that wall is so immoral and racist, and I don't know, insert your libtard descriptive word for the wall, then wouldn't that make government immoral and racist, etc., etc.? And the answer is yes. So therefore, we have a government shutdown. Now, Trump has just said that if it takes months or years, if the government has to stay shut down for months or years over this budget issue, then so be it. And I'll tell you, there are some things I agree with Trump on, and there are some things I don't agree with Trump on. But shutting down the government indefinitely is definitely something I like. As a matter of fact, let's just abolish the federal government, except for the constitutionally mandated things there. Get them back to the very enumerated responsibilities that Congress and the president are supposed to have, and let's do this. But I think if we're going to have a government shutdown, let's have a real government shutdown. Let's stop paying Congress. Let's stop paying every government official. And if, since right now this is a partial government shutdown, and only, quote, non-essential personnel are affected by this, well, then by golly, let's just shut it down forever. I'm okay with that. Because, let's just run Texas like Texas, and Virginia like Virginia, and New York like New York. And you know what? If you don't like New York politics, you can move to Texas. And if you don't like Texas politics, you can move to New York, instead of having a federal government trying to impose New York or California politics onto Texas, or even Texas politics onto some other state like Florida or wherever. So I think this is a perfect opportunity right now for the states to invoke their 10th Amendment responsibilities and take back a lot of the power that the federal government has usurped from them, and get back to the true constitutional principles that we should have been having. So I'm definitely okay with the federal government being shut down for such a long, extended period of time, however long it takes for our national security. Now, I don't believe that a wall should be built from coast to coast, meaning from the Pacific Ocean all the way out to the Gulf of Mexico, because I don't like that a wall that was along our entire border. I don't think it's necessary at all. But it also cuts us off from like the Rio Grande, which I think is the only river border of the United States. So that would cut us off from the Rio Grande, Americans, because you'd have to build it on our side. You can't build it on the Mexico side. You can't build it right down the middle of the Rio Grande. So that's where we need to focus the personnel issue. But when you're talking out in the middle of nowhere or in populated areas, in places where a lot of people cross over, then a wall is definitely necessary, because otherwise we're just wasting money paying more government personnel. Just think, the more wall you have, the fewer government personnel you need, the fewer people in government. Paying for the wall is a one-time expense. Yeah, you've got some upkeep here and there, but the Democrats, they want to grow government. So they don't want a wall, they want more government officials. They want more Border Patrol agents that can man checkpoints and demand to know whether or not you are a citizen without probable cause. They want to be able to stop your vehicle in our own country, and they want more of those. Can you imagine if we get like they want, 10,000 extra agents? Where are those guys going to go? Because they're not going to be driving up and down the border all the time. They're probably going to be setting up more checkpoints all across the country, inside our borders, not at the border, and harassing law-abiding citizens who are just trying to go from point A to point B, in the hopes that 1 out of 10,000 cars that they stop might have an illegal immigrant. Meanwhile, you've got 9,999 Americans whose free will and free travel has been impeded by government. So I do believe in the wall. I think it's important. I don't think it's important on every stretch and every inch of the border. I think that we need to concentrate our forces, our personnel forces, on places like where the Rio Grande is, so you can patrol the river, because I don't want a wall there. I should be able, as an American, to go down to the Rio Grande and do some fishing if I want to do some fishing, and not have to worry about a wall that I got to climb over. But if I'm out in the middle of the desert, there should be a wall out there. So there you go. That's my quick video. Look at that, Emily, under 10 minutes. What do you got to say about that? We're at 8 minutes now.
Does it look like it?
Actually, it doesn't look like anything, because there you go. There we are. Aren't you happy for your daughter getting married?
I have my cool sheep glasses on. I don't
You do.
look like anything.
You've got your hot chick glasses on.
My uppity self. There, I give something else for people to comment on about how uppity I am.
I don't think a lot of people realize what a great troll you are.
I know.
And they think that you're something you're not. All right. You guys take care, be safe, be free.
Evil.
Say that again. I want that on film.
I want everyone to go bother Tom Park. You all don't know what he's been doing lately. Go bother him.
Yeah, you can see it on my Facebook page. All right, take care, guys.